Hey guys, pardon me, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and in today's video we're going to answer the number one question that injured people have, and that is, what is my personal injury case worth? Now, I've shot some other videos on this, but it is such a popular question, and it recently came up with a client that I thought I should let you know, right? So what is my injury case worth? Really, the gold standard for figuring out what your personal injury case worth is talking to a lawyer who's had a chance to review your medical records, police report, work incident report, has had a time to talk to you thoroughly about everything that happened, knows how much your medical bills are, and knows what your medical outcome is, right? Why does a lawyer need all that? Well, the lawyer needs to investigate really three things. The first is, what happened and what is the evidence going to be on whose fault it was? Number two, how big and permanent are the injuries and how big are the medical bills? And three, who's responsible and do they have insurance or enough money to pay out of their pocket, right? And those are really the three criteria that lawyers use. There are other criteria in particular kinds of cases that lawyers will look at to decide what a case is worth. But those are what a lawyer looks at. And pretty much it's kind of what insurance companies look at too, although they look at things more from the standpoint of how can we weasel out of this case. I don't know how else to say it. I think that's the most accurate way to say it. So the first question is, whose fault is it, and exactly exactly what happened, right? So you're going to find information like that on a police report. The police report will tell us where it happened, when it happened, who was involved, if there are any witnesses, if there were any injuries. It'll have a diagram with the position of the cars. It'll circle boxes where there's damage to the cars and all that good stuff. Invaluable for a lawyer. If it's not a car crash case, a work incident report can be useful, or photos of the scene, photos of the damage, photos of the injury. All that kind of stuff helps a lawyer or somebody decide the value of the case. Then it's just like I've said in so many other videos, it really comes down to how serious and permanent are your injuries. I have spoken with people who didn't want to make a big deal and would settle for anything I could get them, even if they had a pretty serious injury. I've also had clients who had, 4 weeks of physical therapy, made a complete recovery, no pain, and want 5-6 figures in their pocket, which doesn't happen too much these days because we're in a rough time in personal injury. It's not like it was 30 years ago where 3 or 4 times the medical bills was the settlement on every case. It just does not happen anymore. Slowing down and stopping for a school bus here. It's cute. Those little kids getting in their bus and going to school. So anyway, what's the best way? The third factor is there insurance, or is it a rich person? Can they afford to pay a judgment? Because if they can, great. And if there's no insurance, it almost doesn't matter how seriously you're injured, although there are many, many different ways to skin a cat. And that's just one of the many reasons why I tell people you gotta talk to an injury lawyer after an accident. Injury lawyers give free consultations. And even if you think your case has a fatal flaw, there are probably ways a lawyer can resuscitate the case and get you a money recovery in your personal injury case. Or they'll be able to tell you early on what the problems are. So think about getting a free consultation with a lawyer, because that's the gold standard for how you find out what your case is worth. So so what if you don't want to talk to a lawyer? Okay. What if you just want a ballpark estimate for an ongoing case, but you don't want to talk to a lawyer? Well, I've got you covered. I built a tool. It's on my website for free to use. There's a link in the description. It's called the Case Cash Calculator. It tells you, what the settlement value of your case might be. So very useful tool for you. You can check it out. There's a link in the description, free, no obligation. I also have a good case calculator that tells you, sort of evaluates the case from the standpoint of, is it a good case, it is a bad case. And that's a different free tool on my website. The best thing about these tools is they're free to use. They literally take just less than a minute to answer the questions off the top of your head. And then in about 20 seconds flat, you got custom answers, custom info about your particular situation. So you can check those out. Obviously, you can always call me for a free consultation. I'm happy to answer your questions and represent you if, it's a case and you want me to. And we can always do that at you can always reach me at 312-500-4500. One thing I would say don't do is rely on friends or family members or some guy at work because they once had a case. I was talking to a lady, and she, somebody at work was telling her it's not going to be worth it. Don't bother calling a lawyer. We ended up getting her a lot of money. It was a good case. The guy was mad because he once had a work injury, and he was telling the lady that it's a big scam. You're never going to get any money. Well, we don't know the facts of his case or the situation in his case. And this lady decided to call me anyway because she saw one of my YouTube videos, and I'm glad she did, and she's sure glad she did because we're able to do real well for her. So be careful who you take advice from. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. And that's it. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you or anyone you know has been hurt in an accident and needs a lawyer or even just has questions, give me a call anytime, day or night, at 312-500-4500. You can call me anytime, day or night, and the consultation is free. That's 312-500-4500. Or if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I made 2 great tools that really help people out that you can use for free on my website. The links are in the description. The first one is called the Case Cash Calculator, and it tells you what your case might be worth. The other is called the Good Case Calculator, and it tells you whether you might have a good case or you might have a case with some challenges. The best part is that they're 100% free to use on my website, and it only takes you 20 seconds flat to answer 7 multiple choice questions right off the top of your head. And then you get custom information about your particular injury situation fast and for free. So check them out, links in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel. I release 2 new videos every week, and this way you'll get notice of them. And if you have a question you'd like answered in a video, just leave a comment with your question in the comments section. Finally, if you enjoy my videos or if I've helped you in any way, I hope you'll consider doing me a favor. Injury law is a very competitive field, and I like having a small independent firm so I can help people who need it. People really rely on Google reviews when deciding who to hire. So I hope you'll consider leaving me a 5-star review on Google. It only takes a few seconds, but it's a favor to me that I would really appreciate. The link is in the description. You just go to that link, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit, and you're done. Once again, I hope you and your family are well, and if anyone you know needs an injury lawyer or has questions, please send them my way by calling 312-500-4500. Thanks again for watching. Take care.